I don't know what you meant by 43 points. Is that what you meant for the Dragapult list, or Psychic in general? I mean, I know all the locals love when I play Dragapult. Oh yeah, yeah. I play a lot of ladder, even though I took the last 2 days off and didn't really play. So I might even get that this match. So we'll go one more Dragapult, and that might actually put me over the top on the ladder. Oscar M 1999. I always pick heads. Heads. Yes, I go first. I like going first again. Like I said on the last matchup on Dragapults, looks like he might be playing some kind of Pikarom. See, if that's the case, obviously that's maybe the wrong choice on a Pikarom. Cool. I saw it the day before the Dragapult and I got scared for a second. Spiritomb. Ooh. Okay, so that's not the best. I don't think he can knock me out this turn unless he got a Jinx and another Spiritomb and did that. So would that be 90 plus weakness? Not enough. Two shot me anyways. I'm gonna save these for next turn and be aggressive. That way I can get the Dragapult out and maybe even a hopefully like a Zigzagoon and start hitting things. That's not good. Yeah, so that 180. Again, not the knockout, but if I can get a second Dragapult out, I can potentially knock these two guys out. That's not good. So I might just get donked pretty quickly because I was being aggressive and not switching that out. Yep. I think he needs two more pings, right? 180. Now he's at 200, so he needs one more ping. Yeah, so if he gets another Zigzagoon or a net, I just lose. So unfortunate. Yep, there it is. Yeah, I mean, in retrospect, I should have probably switched this out for a different Pokemon and try to get the switch out to protect my Dragapult in that instance. At this point, he's just kind of playing, so we'll just continue. You want to continue to draw cards after a win, go for it, bud. All right, let's try this step again. Not a great start. Hopefully, we get a Pokemon to start here, or else we might have another quick game here. Yeah, this might be quick. Let's see if he can donk us. It's going to be a lot of work for him to try to get that Tapu Koko, energy switches, and another Pokemon out there. But it's not impossible. The good thing is if he just missed this. So if all right, first off, hammers because hammers are hammers. Cool. The unfortunate thing is like I'm going to lose 3 nets and a switch. That's a lot of switch outs. But it is what it is. I need cards to try to get going. All right, got that. We got that. I don't need another Marnie, so I want to. We can Fion. Because we do have the Marnie. So I think Fion to stick that Choo Choo up there might be the play. Maybe not. No, I think we should find more cards here. We don't want to get rid of the boss for the Marnies. And he doesn't have another energy, so we're either way. He just in case he Marnies us next turn. And so next turn we can evolve, attach, and hopefully get him down with a Marnie and start hitting away. Crushing hammers, you gotta let him. There you go. Maybe this is the start of another 18 for 20 against me. Wouldn't be the first time. So normally against most lists, when you're trying to energy denial him with the Fables, it's really great to get rid of the Speed Lightning or regular or any energy except for Speed Lightning because it's just so beneficial for your opponent. So I don't see myself playing that card next time to upgrade them to give them extra trouble. Now, playing that Mewtwo, I think, is a mistake on his part because if I can just get to him, it's just a KO. I don't know if he's accounting for the weakness because so that I think this is a misplay on my opponent's part. He shouldn't be considering this. So what I could do is, so we can take this away. Take that there, and then Marnie. We need more cards and combinations. I like where we are, except, no retreat at this point. So what we could do is kind of just chill here, and hopefully he makes the mistake of bringing up that Mewtwo to try to damage. Even if he does, brings up a boss and hits into him, now I could just knock him out. Because with one Zigzagoon Ping and a regular hit, it's just a KO on this Mewtwo Mew. I can start working on this Raichu or Pikachu and Zekrom, and at that point, I think the win con right now is to take these two guys down, depending on what this electrifies to. So really, I'm thinking, okay, so he's going to do that, which is probably the play. I think we still have one more bolt there, so I'm going to do this and put him there. I'm going to set up a second one. And let's see if we can anything that we need to. At this point, we don't need a second Dragapult or a third Dragapult, so I can just take him out. And get rid of that. Alright, found that. Cool. So if we hit the hammers, then take it away from Pikarom. No, didn't hit it, so that's fine. Still want to stick something in the active and do big damage to it. And honestly, so if he puts a Pikachu Zekrom up, I can just Evo Incense this Clefairy to Clefable. So it takes away the chance for him to be able to, do his full blitz attack to spread energies. If he brings him up, I just kill him. If he brings him up, he's just stuck, and it's no big deal. So I like to play a Fion right here, and he's kind of doesn't have a really good option. So let's see what he picks. He's kind of in a pickle because he's still thinking. So there we go. Cool. So obviously we can retreat, bring him up. Don't need to worry about any kind of Evo at this point, and we'll just hit into the Pikarom, and there we go. He just concedes. He kind of see that that was a one-hot knockout. And then Pikarom would be kind of set up in a bad position the next turn, with Dragapult being able to be involved really quickly. Hey. Almost there. Wait, did we not get both challenges? No, we... Oh, because I didn't actually do damage. That's right. So let's do another Dragapult just to try to finish that out. Unless you guys want other. Let's see. Yeah, I know. Free pack. Do you want me to open that right now? See what we get? Since those are... those are free. I'm saving these for any potential cards I want, so I'm not going to be opening those. But these locked ones for sure, we'll see what I pull here. Hopefully, yeah. If I get a Rainbow Boss, that'd be sick. Darmanitan. Not quite a boss, but hey, we'll take it. Can't complain about a free pack. All right, let's try to finish out those psychic daily stuff with the Dragapult. Yeah, I didn't unfortunately get a chance to hit in for the knockout. That's like the crappy thing about playing on ladder, and you're trying to do your missions or whatnot, and they back out when you could easily have just accomplished them. I know I'm guilty of doing that too, so can't completely complain. So. Okay, looks like potentially another Pikarom here. I didn't start off with much. Oh, at least we got the ball. So Shuppik probably is just a sacrificial lamb right now, which is fine. Unless, this is a different deck. We'll see what's going on here. Zamazenta, so what is that? Hopefully it's not Luke Metal, because Luke Metal is basically just auto loss. I guess I'll get rid of that switch. Save the hammer for next round just in case. Like I said, if this is Luke Metal, this might be just quick. Dragapult's great against ADP and in garbage against Zamazenta. And it's Luke Metal. Okay, let's see. Maybe we can stick something in the active or in the bench or in the active where they can't hit and I can just start doing damage. But any good Luke Metal player probably won't play anything beyond this except for maybe a doll, and I'm in trouble at that point. So yeah, he's just gonna come up, probably smack into me. Yeah, Marnie. So this is unfortunate. So the good thing is I can hit into him next turn. Full Metal Wall, so not great. Scoop this up. Play that. Goodbye. Cool. So I can do that. So he's probably just going to Mallow. This is super bad because I'm barely hitting him for anything. I think we just got to be aggressive on this guy here. But I can get a second attacker going here. And as long as he maybe prized like a Malolana or two of them, or all of them, maybe I have a chance. But no. He only got one. I don't see a reason to playing that second Luke Metal, so maybe he's going to use it as like Malolana cannon fodder, which would be smart, but yeah. That might have been a little too early, I think, to use it. I mean, this is still basically just a win for him. For sure. So I can Fion to get around back up and get something in there, because I'm not going to be doing much damage here. Okay, Okay, so ideally, let's see what we do. Yeah, so we got the day. So awesome. So what we could do is load up a second energy here. I don't think we need net. So we can get rid of the net. Theon. Fortunately, we're going to be losing both these with the Dead A change. I play Crobat, so I could get a Crobat instead. Save those. Draw that. So it gives me a little more options, I guess, for down the road if I needed to find another Theon to gust something back up to the octave again. So bam. So I will Theon. So he's going to take less damage. So that's fine. And just to keep Zacian at bay. Nope, that doesn't matter. We'll save these for, again, another possible Theon. And then continue just hitting into Zacian. So it's one Malilano down. I don't think that he's going to be playing at Eldegoss because that. Oh, well, that's crazy. So now that actually makes it easier. So if I'm able to knock out this one, so if he comes up and hits me, he's going to be dead next turn because of this War Psychic. And then I could hit into the second. And then I don't have to worry about the Salmazenta. I could just worry about these two and this guy and maybe have an out at that point. I don't know if playing Zacian was the right call necessarily, but we'll see. Boss. That's fine. So he can knock him out. Like, he's not trying to win by prizes. Okay, cool. So no energy. So we can put a second here. We could switch there. And again, just get into him. So, okay, he's taking actually less. So yeah, I think it is the play just to load up this Zacian. So that way, if he hits me, he'll take 20 more. So he's 50 away from damage at that point. Then I can Theon, with the with the evolutions and Pokecommune, and then knock him out, and then hit damage into something else. Maybe I can find a Dedenne for a bosses or something. And, okay, so he is going to get that Malilana back. I mean, I don't think there's any reason not to. But the good thing is he can't play it this turn. So Theon's not the best option unless like he's up in the active. And did we play that Scrapper already? No, we did not. Special energy is irrelevant. Actually, it just makes it easier for me to rip it off with Garatina. So we'll see where he's at. He might just Intrepid Sword again. And if he does, that's pretty good. So the good thing is now what we could do is put all the damage into this one. So he's going to, we want to try to Malilana. So yeah, I think we just get rid of the, I think we did NA change because we're trying to get a Malilana. Let's see how many we have here. And we have a Tool Scrapper. So we have 3 Marnies. Try to get that Malilana into the bottom of the pile. At this point. And then we could even possibly try to boss and stick him there too. That way he can't Malilana if he's not in the active. So we're going to try to rip that. So we got the Marnie. Awesome. So we can evolve here. We'll do hammers. Miss. Oh, get rid of that. So now Malilana's at the bottom. And cool. So even better. So we can take this Scrapper off and start hitting him. So boom, take this off. I guess we could float energy just in case he tries to knock out that special energy. Again. So the cool thing is, like, if so, he's possibly mallowing Lana if he can find it again without support ring. If not, we can boss up this guy and actually just knock out him with the shred or the Max Phantom's second portion of the attack. So this is it. We're in a good position here. Actually, we might actually squeak this out. So we want to boss up. So we need 20 damage on him, 20 damage on him to knock out. So yeah, we'll take this up. We'll put this here too, just because. Do damage here. So we need 20 here, 20 there. Let me make so 40, 60. Yep, and one there because why not? So that's actually we're looking like in a decent position here. So now we just need to deal with this one Zacian. So that's why I was saying that might have been a mistake on his part. Because now, even if like he tries the wall off with Zamazenta, I can just hit into him a couple times and take the dub there. If he hits into me at all, I just win this round because he'll take 40 damage and then I'll kill him that way. But yeah, I think I just win now because I just take him out. I'm kind of baffled to see how I actually took that one down. See, that I could have taken another knockout, one closer to my daily goals. That's my little gripe for now. We've been one closer. It's hard enough to get that many knockouts. Cool. So we could take a break from Psychic now if you guys want to see anything in particular. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. If you guys want to in the chat, just say what kind of deck you want me to play next, and I am more than happy to play basically anything that I have up and running to go. So just let me know, and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Okay, so I don't see that you guys wanted any particular deck to be played. So we'll go from there. I don't want to play ADP. We can give Zach Lesage's Colossal a good try here. Hopefully play against a Pikarom. Nope. Another fighting deck. We'll see how this goes. Yes, another deck that likes to go first, I think so. Alright, not a great start here. Unfortunate whenever you start with a Crobat or Dedenne. He's happy. I guess the one saving grace is we can control our top deck, and our top deck is absolute garbage. So it's basically what do we not want to lose. So we can play Zigzagoon down next turn if we don't get knocked out here. It doesn't look like they're going to be in a position to knock us out, but hey, you never know. We saw what happened in that first game. So this looks like more of like the stall variant of the Colossal. We're kind of more straightforward, not really trying to stall, just trying to get up and running as quick as possible. Oh, okay. Well, they're not Colossal at all, so super unfortunate we get Marnied when we know we don't really have much. We have a Zigzagoon. Okay, see? Okay. And yeah, we don't have a supporter, so Eldegoss is useless. But what we can do is, so this is gonna be a game. So we'll save this for next turn. Hit into that, get the Oranguru. Make them think that we're getting something cool. Not really that cool. At that point, we're just kind of sitting pretty. Not sitting that pretty, actually, but Gormandize. So this might be a slow game to set up. Again, we don't care about him as much. What is this? I'm new to playing on the computer, so bear with me if I make any misclicks like I did in today's video. Cool, we got a Marnie. So we could be super aggressive and switch out and try to get ahead. That might be a misplay, but on the other hand, I'm just, here we go. Buff padding. Okay, so I could get the Colossal, but I'm not really set up to do what I want to do. So I could get the Dedenne, another Crobat, save the boss. Boss isn't really important in this match because his ability. Keep the Goss. Let's just get the Dedenne. I don't think the boss is important because his ability, I can't really boss anything up. So we'll just put that there. Dead A change. And that's why I'm getting rid of the boss. Normally, you don't want to get rid of the boss, but you do. So cool. Mimikyu in this matchup is useless, so we'll just get rid of him. He's great in the Pikarom with twos there, but we're good to go there. So we can Oranguru there and be set up. And we can also Rotom Phone and set up a backup. We'll wait one turn to set up a backup because he's not one-shotting us. Okay, so actually, we already used the Oranguru to get that Marnie. That's right. So we'll hopefully jump into that. So that's why Rotom Phone is super important there. And then we can Eruption Shot, Knockout. And now we don't even have to worry about doing the Oranguru trick because we can just put this there and we'll be good to go to start hitting him without having to use Oranguru and just hit for the max of 240. Yo, Ryan, what's going on? Thanks for joining the stream, man. I appreciate you coming out and supporting me on my first go ahead. So I've just been playing Zach Lesage's list right now. I was playing Little Dragapult, but we'll see how this goes. Okay, so let's see. He's 240, still not not doing it here, but I could start getting this guy set up. And get this guy set up. He's going to knock out. So he'll knock me out next turn. I can Eldegoss to get aggressive with the Marnie. And actually, I'm going to protect this Eldegoss. Yep, so I have the energy. I can Marnie, and I'll still be in a pretty decent spot. And I'll hopefully knock this Flygon out next turn with him. And it seems like he might be a little bit behind, but on that, we'll see how that goes though. So that's why we Marnied our Eldegoss or the Oranguru to protect that. So now he Marnied us. We're getting that top deck right there. So boom, we got a Professor, so that's even better. Dig for more cards. So yeah, like we thought, he's gonna knock him out, which is fine. Because we can still knock him out. At this point, we don't need that. Get this third one out. That way, if he does take damage, if he does go into another Flygon, if we retreat, we can have him backed up and starting to go. That's kind of my mindset here. At this point, I don't think we have two Rangos, so we'll protect Eldegoss just for one turn here. And I guess we can thin out, see if there's anything else that needs to be going. Yeah, we don't. You Mimikyu is useless in this matchup. At this point, I think we just lose here. Unless we... So what we do, we'll look for... We don't have what we need. No, we don't want Dojo. So we'll top deck Marnie. So actually, well, this will buy us another turn here. So if we can get the evolution, we'll be fine. Again, we'll just put this here. And pass it, unfortunately. So one Colossal. So we do play 3. So we should still have 2 in the deck unless we prized one. I don't remember seeing when we dug. But this will at least protect us, give us another turn. Now that goes away, so that kind of takes that option away. And I think we just lose at this point. If that would have stuck, we could have, done a Marnie, hopefully evolved, get an energy stuck on him, and then been able to still do his main attack. But at this point, yeah, it's just game over. Well, it's not necessarily game over, because he did get rid of the lab, so we can put him up, still try to do this and try to survive, but it's not looking likely. Yeah, and we're kind of in a bad situation. So the good thing is we didn't use both rings, so we could kind of cheat to see if we did find the energy. But at this point, I think we just lost. So we know it's not the energy now, so it's no big deal. Maybe ping him. Actually, no, that pings him because of the fighting energy. Yeah, he's still just gonna survive no matter what. So did the 0 damage. So it is what it is, but always worth the play to try to find all your outs for sure. Oh, he didn't attack. It doesn't matter at this point because he's still just gonna knock me out with the next follow up. But we'll play on because that's what we do here. Again, we're stuck in that same situation that we're hoping to find. Again, we can cheese it. Cool. So now that we know it's there, we could put that back. And knock him out. And then maybe he just whiffs what he needs to evolve and can't do anything, and we're set at that point. At that point, I can, if I survive this turn, I can Mallow Lana and switch up one of these guys to the balloons and switch back and still have a chance to hit into him hard and have a chance here. We'll see. I mean, it's very unlikely. I think he still just hits me and takes the dead. Yeah, Rose is not going to help my situation. Nope, he's just going to get that dead A up there and take the dub. So, well played on my opponent's part for sure. Almost there, almost maxed out. So is there any deck you guys want to see? Ryan, Chuck, I know you guys are in there. Anybody else in the chat that wants to see any specific deck, I'm more than happy to play basically anything. Just not this deck. In fact, I think I'm just going to delete this deck because it's garbage. Just trying to make this not save. Let's just delete that. Okay, you can go to the trash can. Goodbye. Let's see. Let's play around with this a little bit. Okay, yeah, I'll play that in a second. I'm just trying to. I know there was a way to get like the sub counts up there in the chat, so where all the I'm still new at this, so bear with me here. I'm trying to make this. But we can go there. Yeah, we'll play Cashman. I'm not the best at Cashmans. It just seems like I always make like a small misplay here or there to put myself out of winning's reach there. But we'll go Cashman Senate Score. When it runs hot, it runs hot. So we'll see how that goes. So this probably Desi Goons is my guess, and this should be favored. In fact, actually, I was thinking about making a change and putting in a third Volcanion in there. No, I don't want to go first because Senate Scorch. Just for this matchup specifically. But this looks like a decent start. So I'm going second. Worst case scenario, if I could find an energy here, I could get Volcanion charged up and get this Senate Scorch charged up and good to go. At that point, I think we'll be looking all right. Yeah, but I mean, game is definitely indicating that it's probably Desi Goons, so we'll see how this goes. Well, that's good. They're at least a turn behind on energy attach onto Rillaboom. That's interesting. Wasn't expecting that. Okay, so for sure, now he knows. We do want to save just in case. See what we pull off here, because we're either going to want a Bird Keeper or Welder, depending on what we can grab here. If we can get... So my thoughts is we already have a Welder. If we can get a Quick Ball and possibly get stuff going here. But for sure, we could get rid of Eldegoss. We want him. Again, unfortunately, we don't have that. So I think the best course of action is we're just trying to find one energy at this point. We don't want to get greedy, especially they kind of had a slower start. So we don't want to get greedy. So Go to Senate Scorch. Ah, okay. Okay, so that's unfortunate. We're probably going to, let's thin this. We don't need the crystal at this point. Actually, Fion might actually be good because just get rid of his energy sources. And if we get rid of the net. So yeah, I want to Crobat. I'm really just looking for that one energy. That's all I'm really caring about. I don't want to Dedenne away both my welders, so I want to just try to do that. If I have to, last result, I could Crobat, and then I could Dedenne. Got that. Cool. Finally got some energy. So next turn I'm set up there. His retreat's 1. His retreat's free. So I think I want to stick him up in the active. That way it makes them harder to get whatever they need. Like if they needed a executor up in the active. That way he can't just freely switch into him. So, I mean, we didn't get the greedy play having 2 extra energies on Senna Scorch, but in a grass matchup, you don't necessarily want to get too greedy. Okay, so he's using switch, but at least that's another resource for him to have to waste. We can find into another Fion. There we go. That really didn't show you guys much. I mean, that was just the early game opening. We can go again on that one for sure. Ever closer. I think the next dub will take it. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, right now I'm temporarily set up in my dining room. That's why I have this stuff. But hopefully within like at least a month, I'll have my basement done and with a better backdrop than this. Just to make it kind of look cooler. We'll see where that goes. It looks like this is an ADP matchup. Hopefully not. Would I like to go first? No. Senna Scorch always wants to go second. Decent start. Not really. Not the best start. So we definitely want a Pokemon and a supporter. Okay, so they didn't have a great start. We didn't have a great start. There's nothing for us to do that for. Honestly, it kind of sucks. We'll just Flare Starter and Flare Starter into himself. That way, if he whiffs again, we just take it. If not, then this is kind of a really unideal start. Typically we'd want to get a Senna Scorch up there. If I had something, I could even put an Eldegoss if I got a Bird Keeper, just to play a different a different Pokemon or a different strategy for the opening. Discard 2 Pokemon. What was it? It was this Mad Party. We're kind of in a bad situation with this Mad Party because he's just going to wreck us because we're so far behind. I saw the Roxy out there and it was, oh, bad dude. Yeah, so I mean, I get a return knockout, but no matter what, he's just okay. Maybe you're saying there's a chance. So what I'm thinking is we could get a Senna Scorch, and get him set up with this. And then whenever this Volcanion does get knocked out, I can use the Fire Crystal to help speed up that energy. And if for some reason he doesn't get knocked out, I could even scoop up net him and then save that resource and prize to knock him out next turn. But I definitely get the knockout here. I'm anticipating getting knocked out this turn too. But that's good. So well, at least we're in a semi-decent spot here with that welder. What we can do is evolve, crystal, welder, get him up and running, and then hopefully draw up as a backup attacker to make him have to go through another like Volcanion or something like that. But at the rate he's discarding guys, it's not looking great. Maybe hopefully he got rid of the energy. So the big thing is when you're playing against Mad Party, you want to know how much energy they've used. They used one. They could definitely use more, or they're going to use a second. I can get the knockout here. The great thing is these are the ones that stick. So if you could, for some reason, get them stuck and they have like a triple excel, they're in a bad situation with the energy. But as we expected, we got knocked out there. Okay, so we said the three games we played here were very odd when it comes to Centiskorch. But for sure, what we're really trying is not the energy because they're easy to knock out. It's more trying to find resources. So I'm almost inclined not to. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not going to put that on there, and I'm trying to find something else to hopefully make them go through. So 3-3. If they have to knock both of these out, that's normal, or that's fine. And I don't think we need Mini Hearth at this point. We'll see. We still have a backup just in case. So at this point, we can also get that Elgos back for next turn to Welder if need be, just to get up that attack. They're just going to go through so much. So I know there is a Malalana in here. I think there is. That's always an option. And then just going in for Outrage, depending on what they attack with. And normally they won't want to attack with these Poltergeists because Poltergeists are their main draw engine and thinning engine for their Mad Part Eaters. So if they can, they're going to try to attack with the Bumblebee. Unless necessary, then they definitely will attack with the Poltergeist. But yeah. So many balloons. How's my audio sounding, by the way, guys? Can you hear me fine? Okay. Thanks. Okay, so at this point, this Charizard's a liability. I did that because I expected them to try to hit into, my active Centiskorch. Now that Charizard's a liability because it's a 3-prizer and it's easier to knock out here than here. Let me see how many gusting effects they've used already. So they've typically used both greats, so hopefully they have no more. So we should be good there. Let's check to see what we got here. We don't need Elagos. I mean, I guess we can get how many? One net left, so that's not enough to really do anything meaningful. So I'm okay if they ever gust up a Jirachi, and that way we can, if they do knock us out, well, we just lose. But if we have to switch out for Dede to be down the road, it's not really going to hurt us one way or another. And get rid of this. We don't need him anymore. He's just irrelevant at this point. Get 2 more energies. And the energy amount, it doesn't really matter. So what we're really kind of hoping for at this point is to take one more knockout here than with either the Scorch or the Charizard. And then hopefully they play a Crobat or Dedenne, which hopefully it's the Dedenne, and we can try to boss them up by being aggressive with these two to pull that up. That's kind of the play we're at here. The problem with the Mad Party right now, especially with a world without AP, is this mid to late game, they can really just smack hard and not be punished. Because I'm hitting them hard, but yeah, I'm only taking 1 prize at a time, and they're 1-2-shotting me, especially late game. It's okay, so it doesn't seem like they're gonna be throwing that to Dene down. They kind of made the right play. So it definitely seems like I'm just going to kind of have to take the L on this one. So what I'm going to do is I'll just hard retreat because he's not there. And then I can scoop up net, see what he has. We can boss just in case they make a misplay, but I doubt it. Put him up there. And really, we're just hoping that they make a misplay at this point because they can just kind of outlast us in these long games. Scorch is designed to kill quickly and fast, and see how they got the boss there. So we'll give it another shot. Hopefully it's something that we could improve upon. I think that just those kind of games were almost decided beforehand. 1 more point. Let's party like it's 1999 with Scorch and light this on fire. Hopefully we get a even matchup. See if Ace is playing something fun. Okay, so he inadvertently helped me here. Not a horrible start. Not the best start. Alakazam, interesting. Okay. Well, our Hearth can knock that out and hopefully have Hearth by the second meaningful turn. I don't even know what Alakazam does. I haven't played against it. Let's see. Your deck does 30 more for each card in your opponent's hand. Okay, so I don't want a high card size. So obviously get rid of that. We're really looking for a Pokemon. Cool. So what we could do, we could Poke Communication. That's what we'll do. So this will be a different play here. I'm going to get rid of the Crobat. And I'm going to play the Scorch, and I'm actually going to hit with the Radiated Heat and discard my energy. And then I can pick it up next turn, worst case scenario, with the Crystal. But we'll weld her just in case we get some extra energy. Got the Volcanion. I guess we can play him. And just to get a lower hand size, we could switch. What am I doing? So we'll scoop up net, get rid of him, play this, and then switch back. So this is kind of helping getting a smaller hand and also trying to find energy. So we can still get aggressive and try the whole drawing for an extra energy here. I don't want to get rid of the hearth. I guess we can get rid of the crystal. Or we can even Garatina would be a good play too. Let's see what we get off this. Because we still are gonna minus that. And maybe not to get the biggest card size here, but or hand size. Yeah, we're really not finding what we want. I just put him there. That there, be on there. Radiating heat, and as long as he doesn't put down another, and I actually don't take the damage there, so that's nice. So good. He's not disrupting my hand with that play there. Some kind of ooh. I can only imagine. Doing 30 to me. Okay. We have one there. I don't know if we need the Great Catcher. Worst case scenario, we could just radiate heat again. Get rid of his energy so he can't really do the play he wants to do on us. And that seems like what we're going to do here. Hopefully we can find a something good here. We might have to switch into the draw cheat, try to draw some cards here. We really need to get up and running with the Centiskorch. Centiskorch is good. Just sometimes it feels like it doesn't, like something's just missing where it doesn't click on all cylinders. I guess that's kind of true with any welder deck. At times, I mean, sometimes if you're just catching those welders, it feels good. One welder gone. One welder, two welders. So he greens. I mean, that's definitely not the greatest thing for us. Ooh. Okay. So is that if I'm winning on prizes? Is that what it is? As long as you have fewer cards to play. Okay, so I have fewer cards to play. We can't play what? Items. Okay. The good thing is, I think at this point, wow, that really wants to make you play with the small hands. It's a clever deck. We'll suction him out and maybe try to get rid of him. This might be a misplay. This is a deck that I'm not used to playing against, so see how this goes. Garatina is not the play, so I'm kind of in a pickle. So we'll actually just radiating heat and not do anything. So that way, as long as he doesn't come back up here. And then I can attach here and hit for the 180, which would be enough for a knockout on either. But if I knock him out, I can start playing some of these cards down and kind of mitigate his damage. Oh god, whorehouse. Okay. Nothing great. Okay, so even if he knocks me out, I still will be able to quick ball and find these energies. So all I need to do is find a welder to get up and running for the next turn. Unfortunately, I think I lose my Sand Scorch, but that's really disrupting me. And I can find my welder off that. So I'll be one down here. He'll be there. I should be fine. It's an interesting deck. I've not seen this one played. But it definitely penalizes you for having a lot of cards. And these, we don't want that fossil to survive. So we really need to get up and running. Which is fine. You almost don't even want to reset stamp them because you want them to have more cards in their hand. So let's see. We for sure get rid of that. We quick ball. I don't think Garatina is necessary anymore. I'm thinking we can do a Charizard and then try to hopefully welder into that. Before we do that, we'll just try to see what we get here. So we can save that bench spot and not play the Eldegoss and possibly get rid of him. And play that to get those energies back. I know I'm kind of playing into their hands with the amount of cards in my hand, but I can kind of hopefully mitigate that. Let's see. So we'll keep a low hand size here. Get rid of the Eldegoss. We'll get a second Sand Scorch set up because I don't think we need anything else on the bench here. So this might actually work out. So even if they tech knock out, then the reset stamp might be fine. We could switch because I'm just trying to get rid of cards at this point. No. We'll just scoop up because I'm not going to get another card, but we'll put this here. Still put that there. Leave the switch open, but get rid of this. Find one card. Yeah, we'll just do. So I can switch. I can do that. Less. No. They don't have a lot of. Well, actually, yeah, the trainer. I'm only doing that because it's a trainer card, and he's going to come up and try to do more damage to me. And then I only have the one, so I can still take the knockout here. And if he hits me hard, anyways, of course we get two. I can just come up here and hit him hard, and then can maybe come down and finish it off. It's always nice to kind of run into these interesting decks that you don't see all the time because you mostly see, your ADPs, your Pikaroms, Sand Scorches, but you don't see a cool deck like this from time to time. So, okay, so he's locking me. Actually, a brilliant move on his part because I can't do my GX attack this turn. But what I can do is I can set him up. He still probably kills me, but at that point I could Eldegoss into a welder and do some damage. So we're gonna try that. And I know that's damaging me, but I'm trying to get him closer to his death. So the one thing we don't want is him to get that other, what's his face? Amistar out there, because if he does get the other Amistar out there and I don't top deck a welder, I think we just lose. Surprise. And give me another, yeah. So he's gonna probably take knockout here. But again, as long as that Amistar doesn't come out, I think we're okay. The hammer doesn't matter because he's gonna kill me anyways. And I have these two. So yeah, playing that reset stamp a little early might have been the wrong call. We'll see. We still have the ability to use these cards, so we could use this Jirachi first for sure. And Dedenne if necessary. So let's dig in. Oh, well, we don't want to use Dedenne because of the lab there. So we'll get rid of this. We don't need that. So Eldegoss is what we want for the welder. We still have other ways. Let's go ahead and maybe welder get the. We don't need the boss. Don't do that. So we want to get a little bit of a smaller hand here. So let's first off do that. Thankfully, he's not a EX or GX there. Welder into this Senti. Get that one here. So what we can do is we can poke communications away the Dene just in case we find something else and fail. We can get rid of this Jirachi and fail. Get rid of this and fail. And just because we could switch into here and we could get rid of him, and I think we're okay. We don't really care about him so much. So he's going to damage us a little bit with the bosses being there, but we're still in a pretty decent position. Oh, I clicked on it. So as long as he doesn't knock us out here, I think we're okay. And he's definitely not in a position to knock us out because we got rid of all of those trainers. So luckily, they were all okay. So was that the fourth one he's played? Yeah, so that will be his fourth one because 3 are already in there. The welder, yeah, so he's going to do what? 50 times? So he's doing 100 damage. Okay, so boss, yeah, he got the win at that point, but no, well played on his part. That was a close game. Interesting game. One that you don't see a whole lot. I think we'll do 1 or 2 more and then probably call it a night for the first go. If you guys want to see a different deck at this point, hooray! I got an expanded card. Yeah, it was a fun game. Interesting. I don't know if I made like any like plays that I think I might have wanted to change throughout the game. I'd have to rewatch it, but I think I felt pretty good against that. Is there any other decks other than Senate Scorch that you guys want to see, or do you want me to play another Senate Scorch? We can do Dragapult. We got Pikarom. We got the Colossal deck, Poison Eternatus. I'm not the Donphan's not good. We could. I don't really. I think I like the other Cashman's a little bit better. We have Baby Cinderace, but I think if we're gonna play a baby list, Charizard is probably the way to go there. It's up to you guys. I don't know how to pull up there. We also have the challenges to go. I still have 6 more knockouts to do, so I can do Dragapult for sure. Baby Zard? Alright. Baby Zard is also a fun deck. I don't know if you guys got a chance to watch my first ever deck profile. I did it on the Baby Zard. I actually made a huge misplay at the very end to, I could have easily won, and I was even saying in the video, okay, play the candy, and I misclicked and clicked on the net instead, and I picked up my Charmeleon or Charmander, and basically just lost the game there. So it was kind of funny, but you can definitely see how that deck could work. No, I'm not playing the Whimsicott deck because one, I don't have it, and I have no practice against or with that deck, so that's not happening. Not this time, at least. But I'll play the Baby Charizard deck. And definitely anything that you want me to change during these streams or deck profiles or even in the podcast, just let me know. I'll take any constructive criticism. I won't take offense to it. I just want to make the best product out there for you guys to learn as we go along. I do like to go first on this Baby Charizard deck for sure. Okay, so an okay start. Definitely the goal is to get at least a Charmander and a Sobble up at the beginning of the turn or beginning of the game was so we basically got that. And you definitely discard fodder here. And at this point, we're going to check to see what we got. So we already have a candy. So I think the candy is more important with Charizard. Plus, so we got that. Plenty there. So I don't think attaching an energy this turn is super important. Especially if they have a smaller, or doesn't seem like they have a great hand from what they got there. So basically that, and Gorman dies, and hopefully they don't Marnie us. Like, the biggest thing is Marnie on this list. Marnie is a pain in the butt. Okay, but so they're not really wanting, generally with Senna Scorch, to Marnie. A lot of decks don't even have Marnie. So I think we're okay to set up where we can take out, we already discarded one, so we can take a 1-for-1 trade for this Charizard into the Volcanion. And depending on what we have left, we can get a second Charmander set up. And he's helping us with that too. So this is anybody's game at this point. It seems so the problem is with that right there, we can't one-shot him. Oh. We can do this. And do that. Connect. So another thing I want to do is, so we don't care about, we do care about that energy. So what I'm thinking about doing is getting a second Charmander set up and then Dedenne. And hopefully with that Dedenne we find a scoop up net. And we can also find it off the battle sense. Or find a welder or something like that. So typically you don't want to find this, but early game is okay to play Dedenne. So we got the scoop up net, we got the welder, we got the drizzle. So this is awesome. So what we can do is we'll play the drizzle, and we could find one piece for the next puzzle for the next time. So we could find an Evo, and then so next time we could find it with one of the nets. So we can get rid of this fire energy. We still have other ways to get it out. We don't need a whole lot of it. And we already attached one, so our welder here, for sure, just the one. You don't need two. So what we could do is you could take two prizes and not worry about that, and then get this one set up, or you can even set up another drizzle. So I think that's what we want to do, because we want to take more prizes, and we still have the opportunity to do. We kind of figure. So right now we're doing 150, but we still, maybe actually, I misplayed that actually. Although I got rewarded for it because that. So we could take candy. For some reason, I thought we didn't already evolve him. But we're good to go. So we could definitely scoop up. At this point, Snorlax is unneeded. So we could just move up here and quick ball away Snorlax. Okay, so we don't have another. So we can do that. We don't actually have another drizzle or sobble, so we can get a second one set up. And just to be safe, we can scoop up net because we don't have a second one, and put him down for the next turn. And we've got knockout now, and we have everything we need to get a second one. So there we go. So we expect to get knocked out, but we can move him up, and then we can find an evolution incense to find that Charizard, get that next one up, do the welder kind of play, and try to draw into some more cards, try to keep up, because we're probably going to end up losing both of these Charmanders to this one Scorch that's going to come in the active. I'm assuming he's going to evolve, or he's going to be able to evolve, depending on what he has on this welder. Yeah, so that was not unexpected, but we put both of them down, so we're actually in a good spot to do a lot of damage. Because of the Giant Charm, we can't one-shot him. If he didn't have that, we would have the opportunity to, with playing Leon. Although we wouldn't have been able to because we need the welder this turn. So we're okay losing. Wow, I'm just getting the nuts here. So we're okay losing that. So we could do that. Evolve him. Another thing we can do is we can evolve him. So we're getting another Leon. How many do we have actually? 2 in the discard. Welder might be a better option for the second. Actually, no, we don't need Welder, because we'll be able to attach another energy. So we'll get Leon out. Yeah, I saw that, Chuck. He's just trying to spam all that stuff. So, yeah, we're just getting set up for next turn. We'll get rid of this Leon, and hopefully by the time we knock this guy out, we'll be able to do more damage. So, get him set up. So now we don't need to welder next turn, and we can do both. This is just to kind of keep your hand size big as possible. And so we have options. So we could either evolve next turn and get one of these guys. Like I said, we're not going to... Perfect. We don't need the Hearth. The net's kind of sucky to lose, but we have a lot of plays we can do with this, because we can evolve him next turn, evolve him for 3. So if we end up getting the cards we need here. So he will get 2-shot if he stays inactive. He might switch out. At that point, we're a little bit of trouble because we did prize one of our Leons. If it wasn't for that, we could still definitely take down that guy. But again, he's still only doing one at a time. So we're still sitting decently. He might deck out. We'll see. Yep. So he's going to try to protect that asset. And again, he's going to knock him out, but we're going to put him in the same situation. And we're still set up where we have what we need in our deck that we can kind of keep up with this. As long as he doesn't have a boss, which, you know, he very well could be, that Dene could come in huge. So for sure. Now we're looking for 2 cards. So yes. So we already have the candy, so we want to Evo. And we might even want one of these. Right? Okay, actually. No, we can boss. We didn't welder this turn. We could attach one, and then next turn... Let's see. No, I don't think the boss played this turn. Save him. Do that. Yes, yes, yes. So play that. Evolve. Charizard. Candy. Can evolve him. Welder. And do we have... We definitely do have another Inteleon if we have to. And just get that set up for next turn. That way we could possibly play... Okay, so yeah, we have options. We could do that switcheroo, and he's ready to go. 11. So it's cutting it close. I don't think we don't have anything else that we really care about taking out right now. I'm comfortable. These guys are both in 2-shot range, so he's gonna knock him out. If I can return knockout with this guy, set him up for next turn, and so this guy knocks him out, and then no matter what happens, as long as he doesn't like boss up this guy, our prize trade is we get this guy ready to go on the turn after. We can knock basically anything out with a boss, hopefully. So next turn we're planning on weldering, and then turn after that we're planning on doing the boss's orders. And so he got rid of the boss, so either. It's just a slugfest back and forth, like huge shots. we're getting in position now that we are good to go here. Okay, so what do we do? Perfect. Actually, we might actually be in trouble here. Because I don't know if we have any more candies. So we do. I should have maybe played this Charmander down before. We can definitely scoop this guy up. Play him. Play him. We might have to just boss the next turn to stick something. Yeah, because we don't have. As long as he doesn't boss. I'm going to keep that in there just in case they Marnie me or whatnot. We're 2 turns, 3 turns away. So get rid of that. Maybe. Looks like we're just 1 turn behind here. We might be. Because the candies. If we had another candy in there, but we use them all. So that was kind of a misplay on my part, honestly. Not playing that Charmander down the turn before. Trying to keep up a spot might cost us. Although they are still, as long as they don't boss us up. They have 3 bosses. That's aggressive. I don't see them playing a 4th. So they'll knock this up, and we'll put a sacrificial lamb up for them to knock him out. And at that point, I think we just got game. We'll put him up. I don't think we need anything else. We could definitely play the Harf and get rid of a Sobble. Because at this no, get rid of a Leon because at this point he doesn't help us. 60 doesn't do it. So two cards. So this is a super close game. I did that one misplay that really cost us. So if they have boss, they win, and they do. They're just going to knock me out here or knock this out there. So yeah, you can see it's a fun deck to play. It's definitely not the perfect deck, but it definitely can hit those big boys for sure. That was a well played game on his part. All right. So this stream has been over a little over 2 hours here. I don't know if you guys want to watch one more game or not. It's up to you guys. I'm down to play one more. And I'll even open some packs. If you want, I can try to find that computer search after we play the next game. We can do like 5 to 10 packs and try to pull a Whimsy watch and just pull it out of a pack instead of buying it for 100. What do you guys think? Is there any specific deck you guys want to see? Kind of went over Cash's Centiskorch. I went over the Leon's Art. I've played. What did I play? I played my boy Dragapult, and what I do. I did I do Zach's Colossal? I don't remember if I did or not. I could do that one if you guys want me to. I can do a poison turn to this. I can play a deck that I've already played. It's really up to you guys. So Ryan or Chuck or Shayla, just throw it in the chat. What do you want to see? Pikarom. Okay, we can do Pikarom. Tried and true. So mine is the Hammers version. Pretty straightforward version with the two Mewtwo Mews. Pretty close to, again, Zach Lesage's Players Cup 3 winning list, with probably a couple changes. Okay, so not, obviously you want to start with Bolt Hound, but this isn't the worst hand to start with. So it looks like it's ADP Zacian. So definitely our goal is to get a Bolton out there to start and be able to electrify. Also, a big thing is trying to get those Mewtwo's out there opposed to... we're trying to get those Boltons out there, or the Mewtwo's out there, instead of these guys. Tapu Koko, great for pivot, especially Raichu. Hammers, the hammers are really popular in this game because you want the ADP. The ADP is the culprit there. Then we can kind of thin what we have here, see what we have. Hopefully we have Tapu Koko in there. So yes, we do have Tapu Koko. What we could do is thin him out, take him out. So really what we're trying to do is get one of these guys out still and kind of go back and forth between with paralysis. So that's kind of the goal. So we're not going to play that second. We're just thinning him out of the deck. He's no use. So that, Dene. Okay. So just in case we don't have what we need, we could switching out to Tapu Koko never hurts. Hammers feels unnecessary. So I definitely want to use the quick ball. It's just a matter of what to get rid of. Arnie's probably the better play, so I'll get rid of the Yell Grunts. Get him out there. And play the Speed Lightning. Draw some cool. Get some hammers. Miss, which is fine. I hit the first one. Miss. Okay. A little below average. At this point, yeah, we'll play Marnie for sure. We don't need that energy. Okay, so that gives us options for next turn. Definitely not maybe the best off of that, but we could retreat back into here and get Pikarom up and running. So he still has a lot to do to get his Ultra Creation off. And hopefully, next turn I can put this on here and get that switch out and start really charging him up. Hopefully get a Mewtwo Mew set up and going as well. Or if I can even get like a Tapu Koko off of this energy and switch out, and then I can put one here and here and get rid of him, that would be awesome too. Intrepid Sword, so they're definitely behind their game plan. You don't necessarily need Deadeye change, so you want to do that. Marnie's good. Actually, what you want to do, I think, is the best, since he's so far behind. Oh, thanks, Ryan. He's so far behind. I think the boss is here and just hitting into him and has really put pressure on him to really do something. So I think that's probably the play to do, is put him up and really just hit into him. I'm not going to be super aggressive with my energies. and putting him on Pikarom because that could really put you in a trap. But put those there to keep that paralysis option open. So next turn he takes knockout, and he hasn't Ultra Creationed yet, so he might just scoop at that point. And his retreat is 3, so he needs to find a switch, which he still has plenty of options. But it really makes him have to dig for his options, and he needs to do... so he's either going to have to switch and start hitting with one of these this turn, or he's going to try to do what he's going to do in Ultra Creation, which I'm still in a better position. I'm still ahead of the curve, even if he Ultra Creations this turn. Because I'll still take knockout, and he still needs to knock out 2. And I need to knock out 2 at that point. But I have the energy. And he's already down one of those guys. So if I can find the Tool Scrapper, which I have not used yet, those balloons go away, and he doesn't get that option to continuously pivot. So I don't know why he did that to Tapu Koko, unless he's planning on knocking me out, because he has just free retreat, so it's no big deal. And then the great thing is now, so the Ultra Creations, I can give Choo-Choo all that, so he can come in and try to knock me, and I can just instant kill the next Zacian that comes up. So yeah, he won't be able to energy excel with this guy. So I'm just going to come up and hit, actually. So what I'll do, I'll give him 1. Yeah, so he knew he was behind already, because I'm going to knock him out and give him Choo-Choo the give him the energies to knock out the next, and he was really behind on the energy acceleration, so that's kind of why he scooped. Did they really? Who pulled it? Or are you just joshing me? Cool. So while we're doing that, I still have plenty of coins, and I think we still have... Oh, let's see. There's the coins I have now. So I think I'm still okay to spend a few of them before the next set comes out. Oops, wrong one. I always do that. So I believe computer search is... It's in this one. Boundaries Crossed. Yeah, that's the one. If you guys are ever looking for getting into Expanded and you want computer search or a couple other good stuff, I believe Boundaries Crossed is what you're going for. I know you probably can't find them in stores, but if you're trying to try to pull them, we can go for there. So we can go 10 booster packs. Sounds good. You guys want to stay up there? Oh shit! I gotta go there tomorrow then. See what they're selling it for. You want to see 10 openings here? All right. Let's just a finder's fee. Yeah, that's border. Okay, so yeah, I got the right one. So I'm gonna try to pull that. Oh, hi, Steve. I guess I can stay on a little longer if you want to watch one match, because I don't know how long you've been there. Again, I don't know how long or how to run all of this, so I'm not sure how long you've been there. So we will. I see. Yeah. Let's go to collection. Try to open these guys. Hopefully I can pull that computer search. That would be super awesome. Okay, yeah, I'll stay a little longer if you want. I was planning on dipping, but we'll see. Especially if I get a computer search. Let's see if we do. Blossom. I'm going for your advice. This is probably I bought 5 packs before, and I am really going hard. I don't know if any of these are playable. Charizard. That's pretty cool with Charizard. Doesn't seem like anything good here so far. Hey, two in a row or two Charizards. That's awesome. Too bad they are the the VMAX. Yeah, I figured as much. That's why we're on the hunt for that computer search. Why we have a few extra coins because we have a lot of time before the next that boo. Hey, Whimsicott. Chuck will be happy about that. Nothing crazy. One more pack after this, and our 10. Any whimsy is a good whimsy. Okay, last booster pack magic here. Another Charizard! We went for the hat trick. Didn't get the computer search we were looking for, but hey, didn't expect to pull it off 10 packs. Okay, so since Steve is last to the room and came in right before I quit, let me know what you want me to play. I have a few options. Um, I can play, Pikarom. I can play Colossal. We can do another Scorch. I have the Baby Charizard. There's some good stuff in there. Is there anything in particular you'd like to see? Baby Charizard pick. So we played one earlier, and I lost to Scorch, a very close game. I think I lost because I misplayed. I didn't put a Charmander down in an open spot earlier in the game when I had to. But such is life. Small misplays sometimes are big mistakes. So let's see if I can get redemption. I think I've played this 2R3D guy before. I like to go first with any evolution lines. It might be a little greedy, but especially with the Gormandice Snorlax in there, it's pretty fun. Okay. Hey, look at that start. Pretty good. Can't complain. Have everything we want. We got our Gormandice. We got the two set up here. We got a net to get rid of them. And Dedenne, if for some reason I need him. I'm going first, so there's no real. Okay, so one prizers, not the biggest deal. He's just going to one shot me the whole thing. But if any fire deck had a chance against water, I think it's this deck here. So we really just looking for that candy or a welder into a candy. No. So how many bosses does this line usually play? What, like 2 or 3? Probably 3. I'm guessing. Get rid of the Dedenne. Another stomp. So that, yeah, he's really just kind of setting up his bench, making sure if I knock out one, it's no big deal. Can't fault him for that. And he's just deliberating on the next move. I don't anticipate too much more going on here. I mean, I guess he could body surf, but I don't think so. Okay. Cool. So I don't know if I want to really be too aggressive here. So I do put one there. Good. Do that. Get rid of Leon. Get a Sobble set up. Um, at this point, I don't know if the Dene is very necessary. So I'm thinking about just getting rid of the Dene. Just taking one for now, so I can put it on this guy. Give me more options for Gormandize. Okay. So we're really just hoping he doesn't have a lot of bosses to mess with these two guys. And it's definitely possible. It's fine. The problem is I didn't get the Sobble to start the turn before. If I did, I would have maybe been able to find it with him there. Problem so the good thing is though, even if he knocks out one of these guys, I'm still set up to come in and do some damage the next turn. And maybe Dedenne was the wrong choice, but again, I was just trying to keep that prize trade-off in my favor at least. So he has to go through 6 of my guys instead of 5. When I'm just really trying to hope to knock out these two. So I think worst case scenario, we'll get one more Sobble and one more Charmander set up on the bench this turn and have to Gormandize again. Hopefully he does not lock it out. Or get a Sobble and another Snorlax and Gormandize that way. Like, he's getting what he wants. As long as he doesn't... 2 boss already gone. I mean, he's taking knockout on whatever he wants to this turn. Honestly, worst case scenario would be the Sobble, I think. Okay. I think I just put one of these guys up. Worst case scenario, if I just lose him, I can retreat with something. Got the candy. Top deck. So get rid of him. I think I want to get rid of... I don't think the boss is necessarily necessary. A lot of times I'm just taking 2 knockouts, so I'm really just trying to get aggressive and find those Leons. And that way I can get the Pokemon I need here. Just call me crazy. Get him set up. Holy one. And that way if I get another Charmander, oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. So, do that. I can get another Sobble. That. And get that guy. So I have plenty of backup plans here. He doesn't know what they're battle sense. Do that. Actually, too bad I weldered this turn. So I can get him. Play him down now because I just played one down. So I can only play it here. Yes, I want that set up. I don't know if I want Evo. We'll get the candy. Actually, no. I have one Inteleon there. So what I can do is next turn, if he doesn't mess me up, I could Evo, turn him into Inteleon, then scoop up net him, and put down the drizzle there, and still just set myself up for success next turn. I think that's the play, and I'm not one-shotting him, but he's definitely in two-shot. And Marnie. That's okay, because again, I just need a couple of little things to go my way. Worst case scenario, I could see welder. I'm okay. Unless he plays Hearth, which I doubt it, or what's it called? I can still just knock into him. So we just gotta play aggressive and put him up here. So worst case, we can boom boom, but I don't think we need any Pokemon anymore because we have everything we need. So we can get rid of this ball. Get that. And charge him up. So they're both ready to go. Cool. And we're still back up and running on what we need to do. So we could do this. Yes. And we'll get that and a candy. And we can scoop up net and rinse and repeat. So again, we're not going to be able to one-shot him, but we're still in a position where we could do that. Play the candy. Evolve this guy. We're still at 12 cards. Scoop up net. Get rid of this. Play him. And just upgrade him. And then next turn we could play Inteleon again to do the same kind of combination. So what do we really need? We really need to... So even if he Marnies us, no matter what, we're in trouble next time. So I'm thinking we need, at this point, to take our Ordinary Rod and get some resources back. And again, next turn, if he does disrupt us, we can do that same kind of trick. But we're running low on resources, or kind of can. I saw the road. So, yep. So we're back up and running. Deck size is still manageable. I guess we can always look at cards here. So, yeah, got the candy. Less things to do there. So the great thing is, so yeah, he's going to have to take a knockout with him or him. So whoever he knocks me out with is going to die. And he'll only have another attacker. These guys aren't attackers, so it's no big deal. And that just helps me if I ever have it, once he knocks this out. So I like the position we're in here. As long as we don't get Marnied into nothing, we're in a pretty decent spot. He's searching for something. So that just kind of ensures that we don't get Marnied. So cool. I'm I'm cool with that. So got that. We just need some kind of evolution, something or other. So evolve there. Which is kind of unfortunate. So we could scoop up. We'll definitely play welder for the draw. And then we can also just use that as, so we can pull that out. Just welder, just to draw a few cards. Cool. Evolve here. And honestly, we can just do that right now. Get rid of this Charmander or the Charizard and evolve him now before we even get disrupted. So now we have a backup attacker to go. Not that they need energy because they have the energy to knock me out, but we'll do that. 6 card in deck. So at this point, we're not going to battle sense anymore. There's no use to it. I'm just knocking that out. There's that elusive Leon. So honestly, he's in a bad position. So he's to knock me out, he has to bring up this Lapras, because even with weakness, Frostmoth not doing it, and these guys can't do anything. So he will, I expect him to, come up in here and knock him out, and then he just comes out, and I should have the dub here. There we go. See? Charizard deck at its best. Oh, unfortunately, I got the old 32. That's the worst number ever. Cool. I think I'm going to probably start heading out here soon, but yeah, after my game against Zach, where I just couldn't get up and going, that's definitely the key to this, is just getting up and going. Once you have, a couple of those drizzles and sobbles and all that, you can just do that scoop up net combo. It's so fun, and just different compared to like Marnie research and all that good stuff. I really enjoy this deck a lot. Is it S class? Probably not, but it can definitely compete with those big boys when things go rolling like it did on that last game. And even that Center Source game I lost earlier, you can see where it's still competing and putting a lot of pressure on my opponent. So yeah, that's basically it. I think I'm just basically wrap it up here. Thanks guys for watching. And I'm going to try to do this a little more often now that I have my computer up and running. Yeah, so I don't have a set schedule, but I will hopefully soon. Other than that, no, thanks again for coming on, and we'll talk to you guys later. See y'all.